This is kind of one of those stories that I'm surprised nobody's talking about it. It did come out 11 hours ago. I'm hoping to shine some light on it. Basically, black gun owner in Chicago charged with felonies despite valid FOIDs and CCLs. So let's see what this video is about.
Right to carry a gun in the state of Illinois if you have the proper licenses. It is your constitutional right to carry a gun in the state of Illinois if you have the proper licenses. But some black gun owners say their rights are being violated. CBS News Chicago investigator Dorothy Tucker uncovered several cases where they were stopped by police and charged with felonies despite having everything in order, leaving them to pick up the pieces of their lives.
We did something that's never been done before, watermelon cheesecake.
A cheesecake tasting in the south suburbs. Louis McWilliams' dream is to grow his business.
It's gonna blow you away.
I like it.
All was good.
Watermelon cheesecake, bro? For real? This is what we do? It's not a bad idea, but god damn it, like you can watermelon cheesecake. Hey yo, like what's next? What's next? Is everything just gonna be watermelon flavored? Like, what are we doing, bro? Oh my god.
This is like a Jolly Ranch.
Until this.
Right now, Mr. McWilliams.
I'm an entrepreneur. I have a company, a cheesecake company called Ann's Flavored Cheesecakes.
At the time of this interview, Louis faced a felony charge.
Yo, Lewis's hair is going through it. I can't even talk too much shit because I'm bald myself, but yo, like, bro, just shave it off, like, please.
Charge.
This has been very traumatic for me. I feel like my rights was violated.
His Second Amendment rights. Louis is an avid gun owner.
Just got me the AI up top, one in the middle.
In April, Louis was pulled over on the south side, West 79th Street. He had a missing front plate.
Hey, yes, sir. How you doing, boss? Good, good.
The first thing he did, tell the officers he had a gun.
Okay, where's your firearm? On my side. Okay, you got your concealed carry license?
According to state law, in order to carry a legal gun in your car, you need a firearms license, better known as a FOID card, and a concealed and carry license, commonly called a CCL. This is Lewis's card, and it's valid. That's what he handed the officers.
He looks at him. He said, okay, cool, this is perfect.
Only it wasn't.
Concealed carry, it didn't pop up. Oh.
It didn't pop up on Leeds, the database operated by the Illinois State Police. Police recommended Louis be charged with 2 felonies. And look here, prosecutors approved the charges.
Wow.
He never should have been charged.
Irv Miller is a former prosecutor, once in charge of reviewing police cases.
He showed them a valid CCL card. Not only did they see it, they actually took possession of it and inventoried it.
I haven't got through doing it.
It's right there in CPD's inventory sheet. So why was Louis arrested? That's a question we wanted to ask Superintendent Larry Snelling.
I bet you he didn't answer.
Interview.
Yeah.
So we reached out to state police because anytime an officer pulls over a driver who has a gun, the first thing they do is check the state's database to see if that driver has a valid FOID and CCL.
Oh, okay.
So here's the question we asked the state. If a driver like Louis actually hands the police a valid CCL, but the officers don't see the information in the state's database, what should they do? The state replied, the officers should not take any law enforcement action as it relates to a potential FOID CCL violation. That's what Louis suspected, and what he was told later as he stood in a jail cell.
And if this comes back clean.
Yeah, then they just let you go, apologize, and let you go about your day.
That's not what happened. Louis spent 24 traumatic hours behind bars.
It was just deplorable. There were roaches falling from the ceiling.
All of this because of illegal everything.
Yeah, I can't tell you why.
I need somebody to tell me, man.
Worse than the jail conditions? a missed business opportunity.
That day, I had a meeting, could not do the meeting that day because I was arrested. By losing that, I might have lost the franchise.
Louis also lost time, lots of it. He was in and out of court fighting to get the charges dismissed.
Wow,
His
they took.
impounded car returned.
I know this is a system, so just hoping for the best results.
It wasn't until mid-June, 3 months after he was stopped, that the case was finally dismissed.
I'm very excited for him, but this is not the end.
Next step, more money spent to expunge the case, so his arrest won't show up in a background check.
And all of this for somebody who did nothing wrong?
Correct.
Your joy is a little bit...
Dampered, yes. Totally dampered, because now this is a much longer process.
It's nearly impossible to know how many drivers like Louis are wrongly charged with unlawful gun possession that are later dismissed. Neither the CPD or the Cook County State's Attorney's Office track it.
Of course they don't.
Actually, rather than that.
We did find a handful of lawsuits accusing police of violating the rights of legal gun owners.
And I'm sitting in here in the back of a squad car because my license expired, but I renewed it.
One of those, an irate Lucy Washington.
And it's not my fault that you guys didn't get it in your system.
I'm an entrepreneur, a loving mother. I do everything from real estate.
Can't wait to get my guys in here to look at the floors.
To rehabbing.
Here's Lucy's story. In December of 2023, she was stopped for failing to put on her turn signal. Without hesitation, she volunteers.
I am concealed and carry.
As a single woman, Lucy carries a gun for protection.
I have it.
My love, your CCL expired.
I know, but if you pull it up, it'll show that I already tried to renew it.
Lucy tries to explain that the email showing proof she renewed is on her phone.
My phone and fell.
Only she can't find it. This is the email from the state Lucy was trying to show the police. It says if you apply for renewal, you're eligible to possess a license.
Oh my God, are you serious? Can I please look for my phone? Please, give me like 5 more minutes to look for my phone.
And it sounds like the officers weren't going to accept the email under any circumstances.
Right. She was black. She was black with a gun. That's all they needed to know. You're going to jail.
It's not in our system.
I freaked out, especially when I was told that I was going to be charged with a felony. I'm like, I can lose my broker license.
Like Louis, Lucy's felony charge was eventually dismissed. She also got the case expunged, but she's still living with the trauma.
If you search a property that is in my name, my mugshot shows up next to it, it's embarrassing. You know, how do I explain to someone like, oh no, I was innocent?
If they did nothing wrong, again, why were Louis and Lucy arrested? We posed that question to Phil Smith.
And I'm honored to testify today.
Smith is a president and founder of the National African American Gun Association. Membership, more than 50,000.
Outrage, anger, frustration. Not again. Those are the conversations and statements that are going in my head when I hear about another black person being stopped illegally, being arrested illegally when they've had all this stuff together.
Well, there's no data that tracks race in these types of gun arrests. Smith points to America's disturbing history of black people with guns being unjustly killed by police.
If you look at other communities, they have firearms all over the place, and it's okay. They go to Macy's, they go to Walmart, they go shoot and hunt, and it's okay.
This is so ridiculous, bro.
I felt defeated, you know? I felt defeated. And I felt like nobody had my back.
I just feel like the rights that I've been given, the constitutional rights to have it, that the police officers didn't stand up for.
These cops, man, killing me, bro.
Since the arrest, Louis has been struggling to rebuild his cheesecake business. He blames police for the setback and plans to sue the department.
This shows that no matter how much you follow a system of which they create, they can still deem you wrong.
At this point, both Louis and Lucy are still waiting to get their legally purchased guns back from CPD. Both the state's attorney's office and the state police declined to be interviewed.
Wow.
Dorothy Tucker, CBS News, Chicago, investigators.
But I don't agree with what the guy said at the end. It was like, even though, you know, the system was built and you follow everything within the system, it still holds you accountable for something you didn't do. It was kind of, and that's not verbatim what he said, but I don't agree with him on that part because it's really the officer's fault. I wouldn't even go and say the system. The system has the things, has the rules you're supposed to have and what you need, right? My question would be, is why they still arrested him, like anybody else's question, and they said this in the interview. Why would you still arrest him or her if they have proof of a legal firearm? I mean, excuse me, if they have proof of a concealed carry. And then, you know, I'd even add the prosecutors who tried to get away with a fast one, which is what I would think happened, because they're like, oh, well, we'll accept the charges because, you know, there are charges and that you did have a gun. And so even though the charges were later dismissed, after the hassle of having to do all those, having to go through all those things, and the dude's business was affected. Like, I think he's going to sue and he's definitely going to get paid for that. Because that's a crazy story. Also, my last point, I'm gonna go into close-up mode for this one because I want you guys to see my face, see my reaction, right? We have all of these black activists in America, right? The Ben Crumps and the, you know, Al Sharptons and all of these dudes who famously are always found whenever there's a police-involved shooting, whenever there's perceived wrongdoing or injustice to a black family, right? Or a black person does something and they feel like they're being treated wrongly. These lawyers always happen to pop up out of nowhere. Why is it that we as a community aren't fighting for these two people? This is on the news now. Now there's no reason to not know, oh, I didn't know the story. That's a black business owner. They shouldn't be worried about, like, this gentleman shouldn't be worried about his business and how he's going to get his business back or what he's going to do as far as the meeting that he missed, right? He owns a business. Like, I own a business. I would hope that people would come to my aid. This is crazy to me. These are the people that folks need to highlight. Or let me rephrase that. These are the wrongdoings that as a community we need to highlight. These are the people we need to put on Front Street to create GoFundMe accounts, to create social outrage over. Both of them did everything right. Even the young lady who couldn't find her phone, she had done her due diligence. From what the news article says, she had renewed her license. It was just about her finding her phone to show them an email. And now with the gentleman with the cheesecake, why not let him go? It was valid. He showed it to you. What more do you want? You probably ran the serial number on the firearm. That's usually what they do. It didn't come back stolen. As a matter of fact, I want to go to the comments. Let's see. Let me switch back into this screen. Let's go to the comments. See, he needs to open a lawsuit for costs and damages. Hell yeah, he does. This is nuts. You do everything right and still get arrested and charged. They violated that man's federal constitutional civil rights. Chicago arrests law-abiding citizens, but they let the criminals run wild. Bang. Couldn't have said it any better myself. All this shit going on in Chicago, and they arrest this guy? Come on now. It is absolutely disgusting that the law-abiding are continuously arrested and charged with actual criminals, while actual criminals are let off the hook over and over by the Safety Act. Exactly. Chicago needs to clean house. This is sloppy, malicious policing. Law-abiding citizens are getting legally extorted by the system. That's another perfect example because you got to pay legal fees. You got to have a lawyer, right? These are one of the ways. It's like taxes, right? You buy a car, and it depends on the state because it's not every state, but you buy a car, you pay taxes on that bought car, and then every year you have to pay taxes on that. Why? That's crazy. That is bonkers. You shouldn't have to do that. And this is just as bad. In Illinois, Chicago, a law-abiding citizen can be treated worse than a known criminal. Absolutely ridiculous. This guy should get paid, and officers / prosecutors involved with charging him should be fired at the very least. Exactly. And I guarantee you, none of these YouTubers who talk shit, like Young Don, Abba and Preach, none of these YouTubers are going to talk about this. I promise you. You're not going to see it. I'll probably be the only one who brings it up. Here we go. Ann's flavored cheesecake. Let's look this up. Oh, and they ship as well. Yeah, my boys. Listen, we're gonna put him on the map. We're gonna put this up on YouTube, and I'm gonna spend some money on the advertisement so this episode gets seen. Hopefully, it gets pushed out a lot more because this is beyond ridiculous. Like, this man shouldn't have to go through this. Not only is it unfair, but it's not necessary. You know, so if you take a look, it's Ann's flavored cheesecakes. You know, he has 1,300 followers. So he's definitely getting some following. So, you know, I'll reach out to the brother, see what's up, see if he wants to talk more about his story. You know, and I'm a big proponent of always thinking, oh, nah, if you do the right thing, you know, if you have your shit together, like, nothing's gonna happen, you'll be fine. But this is a prime example of how the people who are the arbiters of the law aren't arbitrating the way they should. They're not. And the only way we, the people, can fix that is by holding said people accountable.